Hiya, I'm a Zamen, and I have hired a degenerate professor to help me do a thing by telling me how to play Fire Emblem. Because I am very experienced with Fire Emblem. I played like 5 games already. They're like, yeah, bam, 1, 2, bam, that one, 2. This one doesn't count. We throw that away.
You may have played Fire Emblem, but were you a gamer?
I did not say any slurs, so no, I was not.
Oh, disgusting. Don't worry, I'm gonna teach you all the proper way to play a Fire Emblem game. Featuring revelations, but this goes for all of them, even if I haven't played them. Just trust.
Could you introduce yourself?
Who? Oh, yes. Hi, I'm your professor. You can call me Professor. If you call me anything else, you get kicked out of the class.
Alrighty, good luck, Maya.
It's pronounced Mayad. But if you say my name, then you get banned or something. I don't know. We'll talk to the server owner in post. Anyway, since we're in a Zoom call right now, make sure to use the raised hand feature. And everyone, please turn your face cams and voices on. Yeah. Anyway, how to properly play a Fire Emblem game. Step 1. You have to evenly level your team. Everyone needs to be the same level. But there is an exception. If you have your main character, your boy, your based boy, or girl, because the female avatar is better. Yeah, she can be one level above by Pokemon starter logic. No, everyone needs to be the same level. And if your team deviates from this one, then you kind of suck. You're already doing something wrong. Go back, reset, delete your save file. Does everyone understand?
It's key and necessary.
Yes, you need to make sure you have optimal. You need to be a furry. That's part of winning. It's how to be a gamer.
Well, you went too far.
Delinquents leaving class. Oh my god.
The racism is strong in this one.
But yes, you may have noticed that this is a team of 10, which is a little bit odd for Fire Emblem games, because you usually you have more. But yeah, all that we're going to see later, that challenges are important. They only allow you to bring 10. For people who don't play Fire Emblem, that's when you beat a map. Sometimes you can replay it for random battles, but you only can bring 10 units. Usually you can bring more. We don't care about anyone else. These are our boys. This is all we need. Oh yeah, and when I say evenly leveling, I don't just mean like their level. I mean their weapon proficiencies too. You are trying to max all of the weapon proficiencies. I don't care how good you are with the spear. Yeah, no, you're not using one ever again. Until I have sword and axe proficiency maxed out. That's just how it is. Oh, and I found this out while playing the game with my team. For our Fire Emblem enjoyers, looking at this team, Mozu is the only spear user. No one else on my team uses a spear, so I've been stuck with that spear since she reached her match proficiency. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. Oh, and then she has an S-rank spear. I got an S-rank spear as my first S-rank weapon. Her proficiency only goes up to B, no one can use it.
It's almost like this could be avoided, but alas, nothing could have been done.
Yeah, no, this is the only way to play the game. This is what the devs intended.
To not make use of its other mechanics.
Exactly. You were not allowed to do anything fun. You remember that fun mechanic where you can create your own weapons? Well, we'll get to that later. Anyway, next. When you see those challenge things pop up, after you've beaten a chapter, yeah, you have to clear all of them, no matter how long it takes. There's 3 or 4 challenges, yeah, you're gonna do all of them.
What if I'm on classic mode, and I don't want to lose people? What then, Professor?
Oh, then you're weak.
Professor, do you play on classic mode?
We will hold that question for later in the Look, listen. We're getting there. You see, this is a question for the class. Does anyone know why we clear all of the challenges before we move on?
The XP. The XP.
Wrong.
To fill the void in our soul for craving for accomplishments.
Wrong.
For sexual gratification.
Right. Anyway, but you see, I just don't like them being there, and that's the only reason why. All right. And remember, every challenge, even if it takes you 3 hours because you messed one up really bad. Yeah. Anyway.
Wait, do all modern Fire Emblem games have challenges? This is the first time I've seen this in my life.
They never reappeared outside of Revelations.
Oh my god.
Exactly, and that's why you complete every challenge. If there's no challenges, you complete all of them. Now, as gamers, or gamers in training, I assume you all did your homework and know what these different objectives mean. Take your knowledge of what all these objectives mean, right? Throw them out, because all of these mean rout the enemy. You want to kill every enemy on the map, no matter what. I don't care if it's these. I don't care if it's defeat the boss. I don't care if it's escape in X amount of turns. You want to kill every enemy on the map.
Professor, I have a question.
Teacher, what do I need the monkey net for?
But yes, Professor, I had a question. What do you do about the endgame maps where the enemy is constantly respawning?
Ah, great question. Well, you see, you know how they typically spawn in similar locations?
Yeah.
You just have to make sure your other units can KO those, so that by the time you defeat the boss, there's nothing else on the map. Oh, and don't forget to keep your team evenly leveled while you do this. Remember, if you say you have a level 13 party, and one of them turns level 14, yeah, try not to use them as much as possible. Do not use them.
Professor, but I think at the endgame all my units are at max level 20.
Ah, yes, that's because you were a gamer who evenly leveled them. Yeah, remember guys, this is the only way to play the game. Speaking of which, since we made everything so difficult, we're gonna go the easy route here.
No! No! You didn't do this!
Inventory, you only hit the optimize button and hope for the best. And you know what that means, right? You see, you never buy weapons. You never sell weapons for more gold. You just use anything you found on maps and hit that optimize button and never look in your inventory.
Professor, what the hell is an optimize button?
You see, my dear student, the optimize button is the AI saying, yeah, you have sword proficiency, here, take the sword. Yeah, you have this proficiency, here, take this. And it probably gives you the right things you need, probably, maybe. It's questionable at times. So I'd say for your healers, you might want to switch it up a little bit, but everyone else, they'll live, laugh, love.
Oh, please, I don't
Teacher,
do that.
why does this hurt my brain, teacher?
Because you are weak, my dear student. You are weak. But yes, moving on. Yes. Remember, this is the only way to play the game. Yeah. So you see, the most important part of every Fire Emblem game is save scumming.
Oh my gosh.
If you don't use your save states like crazy, then what is the point? You have to use them for everything. So I know some of you had some questions about classic mode. Well, you see. We'll get there.
How do I do that on the Game Boy?
That's the thing. You see, you gotta use an emulator after buying the game so Nintendo doesn't get mad at you.
What is a emulator?
You get to play funny games that would be on another device on your lappity top.
Wait, hold on. This is a genuine question. Okay, out of character. This is a genuine question. Do the older Fire Emblem games actually change if you go back? Because I know if you play the GBA games, pretty much the whole turn is set in stone. Like if you go to attack the same guy over and over again, you'll always get the same result.
Typically, I use it to change my decisions on how heavy I blitz or who I send in. Or sometimes, honestly, I've had a few moments where someone has like a sword catcher or something that's super effective against swords that I didn't notice and just sent someone to their deaths. Or that time I left the flying unit in range of an archer because I forgot to highlight them.
So you're a cheater.
Remember. You see, you gotta make a save state for every other tiny decision that you make. Obsessively, because that is how you show love. This is the only way to love Fire Emblem, by save scumming.
Did you enjoy playing Fire Emblem this one?
I love it. It's an addiction.
Haven't you been playing the same game for over a year now, though?
Save scumming takes a lot of time, and school also takes a lot of time when you decide to take the credit limit and all of your upperclassmen. Yeah!
Let's think positive.
Remember, guys, with the power of save scumming and the cost of your soul, you can succeed in anything. Now, moving on. Obviously, this should be clear that you're playing on casual. Or even if you were to lose a unit, you still save scum because you hate seeing people die and it makes you very, very sad. So you will keep resetting until you get a perfect timeline where nobody dies. And remember, we only use the emulation save states because you're too lazy to use the in-game.
What do you mean? What do we figure out how those work? What do you mean?
Well, you see, they told me I could do that. I see the button that just says save, which would I just have to click that button. Too lazy to do that. I've never saved the game.
You've never saved the game, Professor?
Yeah, yes, only weaklings save the game.
Professor, you do know that's a surefire way to get your save corrupted and lose all your data.
Nah, that's only if you're a coward. You see, only cowardly people live with those thoughts. You gotta believe. You gotta. Oops.
Teacher, are you okay? You didn't fall out of your chair like last time, did you?
Nah, don't worry. I already had my spine corrected. That was just my cellular phone falling 5 stories off a cliff. Well, class, you'll be getting your grades this week.
I hope I did an A.
Why was
An
that
A?
on your phone, not on your laptop?
Oh, my laptop is playing Fire Emblem. I do all my important work on my cellular phone, on my BlackBerry.
And a true professor.
Exactly, and I'll submit your grades 20 weeks after the deadline, so you don't know whether you passed or not.
Oh, that's so...
Raven, I know this one.
Skip.
Now, I will give you a fun anecdote from one of my professors, who was also my boss since I was a TA. He looked me in the eyes and said to me, with his entire heart, "Hey, you know, if I wanted to, I could put your names on a dartboard, throw darts at them, and have that be deciding how I grade you. Hey, you did everything right, I can give you a C if I feel like it, and no one can stop me." He didn't do it, but I never looked at him the same. But he makes great barbecue, so I mean, all in all, a net positive. Anyway, since I would never do that to you unless you annoyed me, moving on. The best part of Fire Emblem. Eugenics.
Oh gosh.
Don't worry, as a pro gamer myself,
Finally, a game series for me!
It's based on love. Meaning appearances. Remember, class, love is only based on how people look. Personality is important, but not as important as your children's hair color.
Professor, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite eugenics project?
Honestly, back when I was still a wee sapling like you folks back 200 years ago, when I was breeding strawberries, yeah, good times.
Wait, what?
Ah, yes. Oh, you guys don't remember how you get strawberry DNA by mashing them and you get the stringy things out and that's the DNA? They don't teach them like they used to.
No,
Yes.
Yeah, Professor. Yeah, sure.
Listen, classmate Lunar, we saw her list earlier. We saw her unit list earlier. She doesn't use children.
Sorry, I do not believe in the Children's Crusade. They were kind of cringe, believe it or not.
Why is that the one normal thing you've said so far?
You see, here's the thing, right? I don't use child units because you need the team. Except Zura and Ryoma, they're not real. They're not based. We need the main 9. They are the only ones you need. We only use Azura when she has plot relevance. And Ryoma because we need to fill the party, I guess. And I like Lobster, it's great. Read into the Red Lobster conspiracy anyway. Yeah. Remember kids, eugenics are good, but not great. Don't use child units, they're kind of cringe and it's betraying your main team. And that's it. Now that you guys are finally graduating, I can give you your cap and gown once you pass this class. Now that you've learned everything you need to know about playing Fire Emblem. Any closing questions for you?
No, I do have a question, but I can go last.
What makes this the gamer class, Professor?
Well, you see, I am telling you the personal way that I play my games, and I am now forcing you all to play the same exact way, because I have nothing better to do. You see, this is all part of the plan. And since it's my opinion is now fact, because I am your professor. And now you shall do exactly as I say, or else you fail the class. We're going for realism here.
How much percentage is this worth on our grade?
As much as I feel like it. I don't know, I might curve the class. Maybe I'll curve you all down.
Curve us all down, but I had the highest grade.
Exactly, we're gonna use you as the baseline. You see, you'll get a C. Everyone else can get curved below that.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Don't worry, we post the median on the transcript. They'll look great.
Teacher, what does that guy say in the top right?
Yes, he's giving very important advice for you young folk.
Professor, question.
Yes?
What the fuck?